Okay, how's everybody doing? Today we are streaming some ETS2. We're trying to build up the bank account in game to do some more videos on YouTube. Okay, how's everybody doing? Oops. There we go. Wink. Yeah, now that it caught up. Okay, I'm in Zurich, Switzerland in game. Let's see, Convoy, open. Oh,
Lots of options. Lots of things I was looking for.
holy shit. Forgot that I turned the volume up on my tablet the other day. There aren't too many people playing today. At least not in convoys anyways. Okay. And as you saw, it isn't anybody using mods except me. So, that's too bad. We are in Zurich, Switzerland. As far as I know, we're not. Are we in the mid? Shouldn't be in the middle of a job. Let's see. Hold on. I think it's F6. Nope. No, we have no job. Switzerland. Do 14 tons of grapes to Norway, right? Whoa. No. What? Whoa. Yeah, it is Norway. I didn't realize Norway went up this way like that. But we're going through Sweden and Finland to get there instead of going up this way, I guess. Okay, so let's see, how far are we going? Let's get rid of that 3,516 kilometers. And it's 135,093 euros. Lamb stomachs. Yuck, that looks and sounds disgusting. already starting to lag, and there's not even anybody in here with me. Oh, that's right, we haven't even picked up our load yet. Zurich, Switzerland right now. Gonna pick up our load and be on our way to Norway. Okay. Oops, wrong. Whoop. Enter cargo. Gonna take some grapes to Norway. Where? Oh, yay. Okay, how the hell are we getting in there? How the heck are we getting in here? Nope, the building does not go all the way around. Yeah, this is going to be not. I'm going to see something. There's nobody coming down this way, because we are using the road. This is our way to get over here. There we go. Picking up our first and probably only load of the day. What the heck? this way. Why are we going out this way? I can't figure this part out. So on Saturday, if anybody wants to so that we don't have to worry about getting over later. Didn't have to, excuse me. We have 17% damage to our truck, but we have not fixed it. I think what we're gonna do, I don't know if we're gonna do the same thing we did one other time, where we went out and built a new truck and gave the other one to our new hire. I've done that one time, but this would be minor compared to what I did the last time. Because when I did it in ATS, the truck had like 58% damage or something like that to it. I said, screw it. I'm gonna hire somebody gave the new hire the damaged truck and went out and bought a new one. And didn't look back. And when you do something like that, you would expect a person to turn around and say, I'm out of here, but in the game, that driver turned out to be my best driver ever. And I immediately treated him like dog shit because I gave him a truck that was most insurance companies would say it's not worth fixing, or go out and give you money for a new, to basically do whatever you want with. You have to get a new truck. You can't just do whatever you want, but yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a nice journey. Tons of grapes, but they don't care. They're way more important than we are. Oops, we're going a lot faster than they are though. Because this truck, if you tromp down on it, you will be off to the races. Anybody wants to join me in game, you're more than welcome to. I'm using 31 mods, including pro mods. And one of the mods that we are using is actually put out by Pro Mods, but it actually comes from the Steam Workshop. I said the other day, I don't know why Pro Mods can't be part of the Steam Workshop. I mean, you're not. Well, I guess you sort of are paying for it if you want to, because they charge you like 50 euros if you want it to download faster. think if they did it in the Steam Workshop, it would have to be like 7 different mods, and that's probably why they don't do it there. Yeah, you got the definitions, and then you have the media, and then you have map 1, 2, and 3, and then you have some other stuff, but thing is, the definitions that are compatible with Convoy come from the Steam Workshop. Basically, you start off by downloading the definitions if you want to, because basically downloading the definitions right now, if you're going to be using pro mods in Convoy, is basically a waste of time. Started today around 10:30ish a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in ETS2. Well, whatever. Whoever was in the way got out of the way really quick. Fuel a couple of times at the very least, maybe 3. I'd say maybe 3 at the very most, because this truck has a 600 liter tank. Because in this truck here, compared to like if you had like a American style cab over, you would have 2 tanks, one on either side. In Europe, I guess you have 1 tank that's 600 liters. I don't know if we have DEF either over there. DEF tank or not. And like some channels, you do not have to be anything but in-game to join us. Well, you have to be my friend on Steam. I mean, that really isn't too much to ask. In some channels, in order to game with this streamer, you have to be a subscriber. Well, you don't. I mean, it would be nice, but you don't have to be. Because, I mean, by being a subscriber, you get first dibs if there's more than just you in the queue. Matter of fact, it's been quite a while since we've had anything close to joining me in Convoy. Because you're limited to 8 people in your convoy. But if we wanted to do voice via Discord, you could have more than 8 people in voice, just that the person who is not driving would have to not interfere with the important information being talked about in, like stopping for fuel and where the route and everything like that. But other than that, you can hold on a conversation with everybody in Convoy if you want. Just don't take over the... Because I know there's some people that they come into a room and they take over. Oh. You know, in my opinion, if you're in there and you're the only person talking because everybody else is polite and letting you continue, you be asked to be quiet for a little bit. Okay, so what? Okay, 120. Huh? Or wannabe person, whatever you want to call it. I have a feeling this is going to be the one and only job today, because it says it's going to take until 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and I think that's when we're gonna call it a day on that. If anybody needs help getting in to Convoy, let me know. You might be missing a mod or have it in the wrong order or something, I don't know. Because the only third-party mod that we're using is Pro Mods. So you shouldn't have any problems with having the wrong version, because if you have the newest version of Pro Mods, then you have the right version. If we were playing ATS, yes, there's a really easy way to have the wrong version of the other third-party mods, because we're not using we're not using Pro Mods in ATS, we're using it in ETS2 only, because it actually adds a lot of content 6 cities in Canada, and that's it. Whereas the one at ETS2 would probably add to over 100 or more. It looks like the map exploded with cities. Cities in Europe that I've never heard of. Right now, the garage that we are currently driving out of, which just happens to be our only garage, and in ATS and ETS2, each garage has 5 bays. Well, we have 5 trucks and 5 drivers. 3 trucks say DAF on them, and 2 say Scania on them. Matter of fact, 2 of them are T-trucks. They say 113H. settings for ATS, my settings and button layout, excuse me, for ATS. That video has over 300 views. It doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of watch time, but it has a lot of views. Maybe people could change that by watching more than just bits and bobs of the bits and bobs. bits of the video. Nice people would watch more of it, but hey, that's their prerogative, right? They're watching the parts they think are the most important. And that's all they're watching. Unfortunately, I don't have a clue on how to edit videos, so it's probably one reason why they don't get a lot of views. And since we don't crash a lot, there isn't really any reason to have clips. Saxony, okay. Because I mean, the clips that people used to make never made any sense to me. It's like, why did you clip this? Some people just clip stuff to clip stuff, not because it's funny or something that awesome happened or anything like that. It'd be nice if people clipped stuff that was worth clipping, not just because, you know. Of course, right now, clips are turned off because most of the stream is like this. Nice, smooth sailing. If you wanted to clip every time we got a ticket or something, that'd be one thing, but honestly, nothing really happens when we get a ticket. I mean, yeah, I have a reaction, but I don't think my reactions are really worth clipping. Right now, we don't play any like scary games. We have like sound effects that sometimes get me, but I mean, my reactions to those aren't really funny or anything. I mean, they might be to the person who set off the sound effect. It might be really funny, but it's not always funny to me, but whatever. Basically, the only thing that is said anything is Surrey-bot. Only because the bot announces its arrival. Its arrival. It's like, Surrey-bot is here. driven 740 kilometers in less than an hour. That's the outdoor temperature in game. I have no idea where we are in game. Let's see. Oh, okay, that works. Oops. Oh, 15 tons? I thought it was 14. €35,093. See, if we didn't pick the jobs that were over 3,000 kilometers, we probably would do more than one. But the thing is, we wouldn't get very much from those two. We're getting €135,000 on top of the €337,000 we already have. We'll see how much money our drivers make for us. I mean, in ATS we have almost 500 drivers, so therefore we have drivers that make lots of money. Matter of fact, like 3 jobs on Tuesday. No, what was it? Was it Tuesday or was it Saturday? I think it was Tuesday. 3 drivers made over $1 million total. I didn't even finish the job that I was doing because the way that the GPS routed the job, it was a pain in the neck. Because it wasn't very logical because some of the roads that it gave me to go on, I couldn't go on because they were blocked with X's. somebody is, whoever is responsible for the Eastern Network mod, better get their butt in gear and do some coding to make stuff work better, because if they don't fix their mod, it is not usable. Not at all. Because if your mod sends me a way that I can't go, then it is worthless. And for like 20 minutes or whatever, it tried to force me to go the way that I couldn't go. So I would spend like almost 45 minutes trying to figure out a way that I could go, and basically what I did is I just gave up, because it got to be so freaking irritating that all I wanted to do was quit the game and get out of it and be done with it. So instead of making money, I lost money. Turned out that mod turned out to be more of a troll than a mod. Sending you ways you can't go, and probably think it's hilarious. Well, I'm sure if enough people complain about it, your mod will be taken down. Honestly, the mods that are not up, they're not that are not being used anymore because people are using the most recent version. All those mods should be taken down, because all it is clogging up the website. I highly doubt people are going to be using versions from like 2 or 3 years ago. Why would they want to be using a version of the game that's out of date? I can understand if your computer can't run certain things, but highly doubt that your computer can't run 1.56. If it can't, then you need to get a new computer. Or update your current computer so that it can. I mean, a computer that you buy at Best Buy can run it, or any other place for that matter. A computer running fast, but he can run it. Getting on a boat. We are getting on a boat. Okay, I guess we're going this way then. Okay, I guess we're going one place. I think we're going this way. Yeah, we are. Denmark. Awesome. fuel station really quickly. We have 30 liters left. I don't know how far that's gonna get us. have the soundproofing mod on, what this would sound like. I mean, it's loud enough as it is. To Norway, but the thing is, the weirdest part is we're going to a part of Norway where we actually go through Sweden and Finland to get there. I think that's what it is anyways. That Norway was such a weird shaped country. Oh man, we can't do 90 through here. They can, but we can't. Sweden right now? No, now we are. Uh-oh. How do we go from 30 liters to nothing? Was that? The heck did I hit? I must have hit the curb there. Yeah, just keep beeping your horn, stupid ass. I have to do F7. Because I have to be towed, because I don't have any fuel. Oh well, so much for having money. Ouch. Ouch. $42,000. Okay. So guess what? 61,000. There we go. Much better. Then 259,000. Yeah. I don't have any fuel, so where can I go? Okay, we'll do, nope, not F6, not F5, F7, enter. Need to get some emergency fuel. Okay, so where is looks like we are going to be going right here. Oh, we have 1% damage to our load. I didn't even see that. Okay. Well, going to turn. Accident gun. What? Okay, never mind. Whoops, hold on. There. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, bit of that. Okay. There we go. Tank is full. Okay, well, I'm gonna look at something real quick. Mhm. Oh. Oops. And let's see, where are we in game? Trelleborg, Switzerland, right? Not Switzerland, I mean Sweden, duh. Okay. Currently in. Whoops. No, not Borb. Borg, dumb butt. There. I can't type with this shit today. Okay. What? Oh. No, I'm not gonna update it right now. What the heck? There we go. There's what the truck sounds like from inside. That's with the soundproofing mod enabled. This is what the truck sounds like from the outside. This truck is loud. And this truck right now isn't even going anywhere. It's just sitting in one spot. Oops, we don't need those on anymore. Switzerland on my mind. I mean, yes, I started there, but I'm not there right now. I don't think I stopped, because he would have ran right into me. That plane looks like it's just falling out of the sky. if you go into the shop and you change stuff, you have to re-enable your settings for cruise control. So we have about 2 hours to go before we get to our destination. Our only destination of the day. Because the main reason why I am ending stream at around 2 is because I'm gonna have lunch. And lunch, sorry to say, is more important than streaming. And no, I do not think people want to be bored out of their friggin' minds by having me take a break and then come back after. Oh, why am I sitting here? See, I don't have the poll on YouTube or Twitch to take like 15 or 20 minutes to eat and come back. My channel doesn't have enough subscribers that watch regularly to do stuff like that. Regularly, whatever you want to call it. So, after we finish this job, we will be done for the day. And then we will be back on Saturday. Saturday, we will be playing ATS Unmodded. If anybody wants to join me on that, you're more than welcome to. Of course, if, like I said earlier, if you want to join me in Convoy today, you can do that also. Because there's still plenty of time for you to join. There's over 2 hours before we're done for the day. Honestly, more than likely the only way that I would do another job is if we had enough people in here to make it worthwhile. If we had more than 2 people in here. once we get maybe couple of million in our bank. We might do some more videos on YouTube because we should have enough money to do all 7 trucks that are currently available in-game. The reason why I want over a couple of million in the bank is because I want to be able to build them out, not just buy a whole bunch of trucks and say, oh wow, I have a whole bunch of trucks. Because every truck that I have in ATS is completely built out. Whether it is a fleet vehicle, you know, how you have, how after you've built a vehicle, how you have a build out that is saved by the game, and you go into your fleet setup, and you just buy another one of those. So if you wanted to, you could just buy like 50 of the same truck or more. If you wanted to buy like 200 or 300 of them all at once, if you could afford it. I mean, I could probably afford to buy 100 or so if I had the space to put them. Because that'd be like probably like 250 million to replace half my fleet. But the bad part is that would take forever to get it done. Because the worst part about replacing vehicles rather than just buying new ones is that you have to go into every vehicle that you're replacing I think you actually have to become the driver of that vehicle and then say that you want to go to the shop or whatever, or to the dealership, and you actually want to buy another one or a different vehicle or whatever. So if I were to buy 100 trucks, it would probably take me almost an entire day. Maybe not that long, maybe 5 or 6 hours, I don't know, but it would take a long time, let's put it that way. DHL. Oh, it's not DHL, it's worse. It's an ambulance. Oh, nice. Used 100 liters of fuel. 2,022 kilometers left of driving, and we have about 1,545 kilometers left of fuel. A vehicle is figuring out where each driver is after you bought the vehicle. Because you have to go back into the map, go find the garage, find the driver whose truck you're replacing, and do it that way. So, I mean, in real life, you would say, hey, I want to order 100 trucks, or how many ever you're ordering, and then they would be all fixed up the way the company wants them, and then probably after, or maybe during the ordering process, the person receiving the truck would be figured out way before then. And you wouldn't have to worry about saying, oh, I want to put this truck here, and that truck there, and that truck there. This person needs this truck, and because in real life, they would probably deliver like how many ever trucks are being replaced in that one garage, and then you would probably have somebody come and pick up a whole bunch of them. Say you're replacing like 3 out of the 5 at that garage, you probably would have one of them like flatbeds or whatever that they use in Europe to deliver those 3 trucks to that particular garage. And they probably would have the air dam would probably be inside the truck, just sitting there waiting to be installed by a company, so that they didn't have to worry about height. not so much. See here in the US, they do it where you hook all the trucks together with a special connector, and then the lead truck has like it is hooked up like a normal with the fifth wheel on that truck. So you have like 4 trucks being delivered. Sometimes they're not always delivered to the same shop or whatever. But of course here in the US we have a lot bigger trucks too. A lot of the trucks in Europe don't have dual tandem axles. They only have, a lot of them only have one rear axle. So therefore they don't take up as much space when they're being hauled to wherever they're being delivered to. I mean, it'd be nice to have cab overs again, but it's not gonna happen. One of the reasons why they got rid of cab overs is the drivers got sick and tired of climbing over the engine to get into the sleeper. But I'm sure that another big reason is they wanted to have more safety. Also, you can probably put more power in a truck like we have here now, where you have this humongous hood out in front of you. I still prefer the cab overs, so whatever. You have about 1,800 kilometers to go. You have almost 2 hours left of driving. Seen an excavator with the bucket placed like that. Damn bug. Excavator here in the US, they would remove the bucket and sometimes I think the bucket would be transported separately. has a little bit to do with it. I think what we're gonna end up doing here is gonna take a short break and get something to drink. I think we have we have a repair shop up here. Honestly, I think I'm not going to bother getting off the highway. I'll just pull over because we're not going to repair anything. We'll just do, and then we'll do this and that. There. See, you can see my truck from. Just don't stare at it too long. Right back. Yeah, okay, good. sucker, you end up buying it, but like they say, a sucker born every minute. Yep, well. To turn, so of course it's not raining out either, so that helps. We're slowing down because everybody in front of me is. Yeah, but it doesn't take very long for this thing to get back up to speed again. Cruise control just slams on the gas and puts the pedal to the metal, so to speak. Hey, if anybody wants to see something that it has to do with maybe a game that I have, maybe a game that I don't have, I don't know. Hey, if you want me to play a game on stream, let me know. It's not gonna be Warzone or it's not gonna be a Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of that type of stuff, but hey, we might play something you want to see. All it takes is a comment in either maybe in Twitch chat or maybe below the stream on YouTube, or maybe you have a truck mod that you want to see on the stream. I don't know. I mean, as long as it doesn't cost money, I'd be willing to try it out. I don't pay for mods ever. Not ever. There is no such thing that is a mod worth paying for, because SCS would not want you to pay for it, so why would you want to pay for it? Because, well, first of all, SCS does not guarantee anything that it is not in the game to work with their game. So it doesn't work, it's not their fault. There's nothing you can say that they broke your game. No, they didn't. If you installed mods that were, you installed content that was not originally in the game, you broke your own game. So. That dark, but the stream on my secondary monitor does not look that dark, but it looks, the stream on my tablet looks super dark. Of course, the tablet is, the brightness on my tablet is turned down quite a bit too, so, because I'm trying to save battery life. Trying to get about 40 or 50 hours out of a charge instead of whatever you normally would get. So I have the brightness turned way down. Huh? How much for the load? Oh, it's 135,000 euros right now. Welcome to the stream, Dwayne. And it's 15 tons of grapes. Of grapes. I don't know why you want 15 tons of them, but probably I don't know what the exact amount of wine you'd get out of 15 tons of grapes, but probably not that much. Yeah. Well, sorry, I already stretched, so I already took my break. By the way, Surreybot is something that is very great for getting rid of those the follow bots, the ones that say that you can buy viewers or buy followers or whatever. Shit. Sorry to say, but if a Twitch or YouTube streamer is not good enough, does not have good enough content to get viewers for free, then basically the job of Zurich bot is to get rid of those type of messages that pop up in chat. And according to the website that you download it from, Zurich has been on Twitch for quite a while. And it's not the same Zurich that you get from Apple. It's spelled S-E-R-Y, not S-U-R-I. I know it probably sets off a lot of people's iPhones or their iPads or whatever. Oh well. I don't know, actually. This is a 1,000 horsepower engine, but I do not know exactly what engine it is, though. Matter of fact, basically the reason for this, for the engine that's in this truck right now, is basically because it's loud. Because if you were to pick the and then you do that, this truck is really loud compared to some of the to what you're hearing right now. But I don't exactly know, because yeah, it does. That's another reason why I like the engine in this truck. This is the DAF XG Plus. I got this truck here when Trucker Dylan got his DAF XG. Because I sometimes I watch Trucker Dylan, but not all the time. Because he doesn't, I don't see him streaming that much really anymore. I haven't really noticed him online. Yeah, then you got that weenie horn in what do you call it, in ETS2. But this truck, it sounds great. I wish they had an engine in ATS that sounded this good, but unfortunately, I think you need a sound pack or you need a paid mod or something to get a truck that sounds this good in ATS. Because this mod here is not paid for. Matter of fact, all the mods that I'm using right now are not paid for at all. They are all 100% free. mean, if you wanted to pay to download pro mods, you could, but I mean, it's only like half €1 or something like that to download pro mods faster. This truck sounds so nice. I've been trying to download ETS2 trucks in ATS for years. Because when I originally started playing this game, there used to be a Scania mod that was available in ATS. And for some reason, it got removed. Because it used to be in the Steam Workshop. And for some reason, it's not there anymore. I don't know why, but it isn't. There was one time I hired a new driver and I gave her a $285,000 truck right off the bat. Hired her, gave her a truck, and let her go. I don't know how many owners of companies would give a brand new driver a $300,000 truck, but Jake brake turned on? Don't seem to. Maybe we did, I don't know. That's weird. Jake brake doesn't seem to work in this truck. Oops. Sounds. Actually, I think this may be a Cummins engine actually. Oh yeah. If you go into the community, under the community tab in Steam, and you type in Euro Truck Simulator 2, and then you go to the Browse tab, and then you go under, and you type, you click on Collections, and then you type in CT Man 1975. And you'll see the whole list of mods that we're running minus pro mods. The only reason why we're running pro mods in this game is because of all of the cities that it adds to the game. Pro mods adds probably over 100 cities to this game. Whoops, hold on. You can see all of the stuff that's in this game. Matter of fact, when you can go, you got all all this up here. You got the Isle of Man. You got all stuff that you normally don't see in this game with pro mods. It's insane how much extra stuff is in this game, and that you don't even pay for it. There's seven files that you download from the ProMods website. Oh yeah, a lot bigger. But the thing is, this game has been out since I think like 2012, I think it is, or 13, somewhere around there. ATS has been out since 2016. And they're still creating content for ETS 2. This map is humongous. Matter of fact, this job that I am doing right now in game, when I started in Switzerland, and I'm going to Norway. It's over 3,500 kilometers. Of course, if you were to add Reforma to ATS, and you add a mod called East meets Mid-North, you would get a lot more content. Of course, you'd also have to add, what do you call it, coast to coast, but those three mods right there. Reforma is, well, actually Reforma is like 3 or 4 mods by itself, but that adds Mexico, and East meets Mid-North adds a lot of cities on the eastern side of the US, but it also adds a few cities in Canada, and then of course there's a mod called Western Canada, and it's okay, but there's tons of stuff. And the best part about Coast to Coast is the mod has actually been made probably since the 1.38 maybe, or 1.35 or somewhere around there. I don't know, but it's been out for quite a while. I mean, yeah, but the Coast to Coast mod by itself isn't that great, but the stuff that people have added to it makes it worthwhile having. Because with all of the mods that I just mentioned, you can go from like Toronto all the way down into like the middle, somewhere in the middle of Mexico, 5,000 miles in one trip. just for those mods that I was just talking about, not any other mods. 5,000 miles. Or you can go from Colville, Washington to like Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a little over 3,000 miles. I mean, there are so many mods for ATS that, I mean, it's just insane. Because there's actually it's a mod for a Caterpillar C16 twin turbo engine. That mod is for ATS, and that engine sounds great. 800 horses under the hood of your truck. I have that engine in my K100E in that game. I mean, the engine doesn't sound as good as this engine does, but I mean, oh, I have a couple of them. I have the 2014 one. I also have I think I have a few of the 100th anniversary edition one, but if you look at the build out playlist on my channel, you'll find all of the current trucks that are available in the game. I have build outs of every single one of them. I even have a couple of build outs of mods that I use currently in the game too. I think but I mean, there is, if you look at, I think it's a stream from maybe a couple of streams back. I drove the T680, the 2014 version. Yeah, the truck sounds great. I mean, I like cameras, but I mean, I don't know. I guess really, I mean, you can have favorites, but I mean, I don't know. I like really all the trucks to a point. Because I think the only trucks they really don't care for in this game are the International Lone Star and the That's the LT. I don't like the way they look. But I mean, every other truck I like to drive it. Yeah, they're more for. Well, the thing is, I think the reason why the T680, the 100th anniversary edition came out, is because of their thing with Kenworth. Oops. The heck? My tablet just shut off. Uh-oh, come on. Come on, tablet, turn back on. My tablet shut off. There we go. Yeah. I mean, if you look at a lot of my trucks in ATS, you notice that like trucks that are really bright colors. I mean, this truck here isn't a bright color, but the thing is, this truck here has a mod from the workshop because the truck that is stock in the game does not have a bull bar, or it does not allow you to have any lights mounted on the front, which I think sucks. I hate it. So I went and found a mod that is in the Steam Workshop, and the guy made it so that you could have a bull bar and you could have lights mounted on the front and some other stuff, but because I like to put bull bars on the front of my trucks because the way some of the NPCs drive in this game, it's insane. Oop. Oh, hold on. I'll have to pull over someplace. I'm gonna pull over right here. Charging right now. Okay, let's do this. Oops. Great. Yeah, see all of that stuff that's on the front and on the top, except for the flashing lights on the top, are all a mod. See, you got. Actually, is it snowing? Looks like it's snowing in game. Where's you got the? Oops. Where is it? There it is. There. And then you got all those lights. See that the lights that are flashing really quickly on the front of my truck are actually a mod called Verotic LEDs. And then you also have a mod on here. mod this is, but dude. Holy shit, man, that is awesome. We are running a weather mod. I don't know which one it is, but dude. Good thing we have the cameras, because you wouldn't be able to see your mirrors. For a second again. Man, of course there's nobody around me, so I'm going to do something for a second. Damn. Holy crap. Come on. You idiot. What the hell? That NPC just pulled out in front, just pulled over into my lane as I was pulling out. It's not snowing anymore, but oops. Running out of fuel, great. We got 98 liters. That was freaking nuts, man. That is awesome. Look at all that snow on the front windshield. I gotta find the name of that mod, because I definitely gotta have that mod enabled during the winter time. Let's see if we can open our windows here. Too bad the window doesn't roll all the way down. Yeah. Man. This thing's... I actually do have an N14 mod on ATS, I know that, but... Ooh, man. Normally when you're driving in game and it starts to snow, it just snows everywhere. I don't. So it's definitely part of a mod, that's for sure. But 7 kilometers to go. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Also, hey, Dwayne, thank you for hanging out with and chatting with me. Ooh, wow. And if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Ooh, yeah. This truck gets moving. If you ever want to, you ever want to drag race somebody in this game, you just step down on it and this truck goes. A speeding ticket, so what? Well, we got a repair shop up here, but we don't have anything useful. We don't have a fuel station up here. Because we definitely gotta find one. Also, I don't know if you know, but they're actually working on bringing what they call coaches to this game, or buses. And they're working, and there's also a couple of DLCs in the works on ATS for Ford and Dodge. And the Ford and the Dodge name is actually in the picture of their posting on Steam. So if you want a big name company in your game, you can't get much bigger than Ford and Dodge. There's a fuel station coming up. Yay! We need one really badly. I have 10 liters of fuel left. Okay, well, I'm going to do that, and then press that. And I'm gonna get some fuel, and then I'm gonna take a short break. Because I gotta use the bathroom. I will be right back. Boink. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, it stops for me. Thank you. Oh, kicks in. Ooh, yeah. One of the reasons probably why it sounds so good is it's straight pipes. Because ever since I got this engine in this truck, I've been looking for straight pipe engines in ATS, and I found a few, but they don't sound as good as the Cat C16 twin turbo in that game, at least in my opinion anyways. I mean, this sound pack in this game might sound better, but I don't know. I haven't tried my N14 engine recently in ATS. I think in one of my trucks in game, I think I have a a 3408 in it. And man, that thing is, it's nice, but if we can find a wait, oh, there you go. You got reindeer. I think that's what it is anyways. Or is that caribou? Shop up here. I'm gonna pull into this shop up here and I'll see what, show you some stuff that we have on our truck here. Oops, I think I screwed up. Hold on. There's a road up here I haven't been on yet, so we can fix that. Get a red light. I don't know what they're smoking, but it ain't very good stuff. When I went through there, it was a yellow light, but stuff that they're smoking ain't the good stuff, that's for sure. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Gee, see, it just says Cummins 1000 Auto. It doesn't say whether it's the N14, but it probably is by the color of the, Cat 700, okay. Got 5,550 Newton meters at between 1,400 and 2,000 RPMs. But I mean, you definitely, if you install any of the engines that I got currently available for my truck, you want the first one. That's the one that sounds the best. Got 16 gears. Only the rear two axles are powered, but yeah. And our trailer isn't really anything special, so. Botman the second. One thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to change his what do you call it? His font color. Because CT Botman 2 is the bot that he's actually the actual program that, or excuse me, the extension or whatever you want to call it that runs CT Botman is actually something called Streamlabs Chatbot. I've had Streamlabs Chatbot since before I started streaming with Stream Elements. I originally had started streaming with Streamlabs OBS, and then it went to Streamlabs. But I stream with Stream Elements, and sometimes I wonder why. I was thinking about passing this guy, but maybe not. Everybody seems... Screw it, we're going for it. Woo! Discovered a recruitment agency. Whoopee! You can hire all your drivers from one recruitment agency. 15 tons of grapes. We have 510 kilometers to go. That's according to Truckin, not. Okay, there's about 5, maybe 6 kilometers difference between the odometer on the truck and the readout in Truckin. Job here. Okay, so if we were to buy the large garage right now, we would have about 4,000 euros left, because it's 280,000 euros. It's one reason why I always hope for people to be able to loan people money in this game, but it's never happened. Because there's a lot of people that look at my bank account in ATS and it's like, man, that's so much money. Yeah, we got 3.5 billion in our bank account in ATS, and not 1 ounce of it is from using any money mods. Not one. Yes, I have been using mods in this game for a really long time, but I don't use mods to get more money. That is one of the worst things to do in this game. Okay, come on, little red car, move it, or I'm gonna be in your back seat. because I was stupid enough and I did it twice because I thought, oh, it just happened that time, so I tried it again, and it happened again. And to make matters even worse, I took out a loan to repair all of that. And I also bought a new truck. So I ended up with 600,000 euros in debt. And I've already paid all that back. So that's why we're working on building up our bank account so that we can also, another thing that happened is my profile from before got corrupted, so I had to start all over again because I had like $2.5 million in my bank account in that profile, and something got screwed up and the game wouldn't load anymore. Even with removing the mods that I knew that were probably part of it, nothing fixed it, so I just started over and it's 80 again. Also, another feature that comes with that DAF mod for the front of my truck is that the what do you call it? The DAF logo lights up. I mean, just to a lot of people, that lighting up doesn't really mean anything, but I like it that way. What happened? I don't know what's going on with that, but that's weird. I know I changed something, but I don't think I changed it that bad. Hold on. That's weird. do we got here? Huh? What the heck? Command. Yeah, it's still there. He just... Hmm? Yeah, that's weird. You're a subscriber, so I don't know why it didn't work. Aren't you? Hold on, let me see something here. Where's it? Oh, here we go. Analytics. Huh? Come on, you stinking thing. Where? That's right, it's in there. No. No. What the heck? I don't know. Oh, here we go. No. Hmm? That's weird. You stupid thing. Hmm? No? Oh, that's why. Hmm? I thought... Okay. That's why it didn't work. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just... He doesn't use that often. Edit. I could have sworn you were still a subscriber, but I guess not. Where did... Oh. There. Like, why is it? There we go. I don't know.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit!
There. You can use it now. It's actually they've been changed. I could have. But anyway, whatever. I don't know if Dwayne is still in YouTube chat or not, but he was in here and he was chatting with me, and he liked the sound of the truck. He was trying to figure out what type of engine it's in. Unfortunately, it says it's a Cummins, but it doesn't say what type of Cummins it is, but he thinks it's an N14 engine. He goes, it's definitely an N14. It doesn't say it is. Doesn't say it's not. So I don't know. I'm sure he probably knows better than me. So we'll leave it at that. But this truck sounds awesome. There's another DAF, I think. Or is that a Renault? Oh, you know something else? Earlier in the stream, it did something that it had never done before without using the winter mod. It snowed. Without using the winter mod. Just crossed the border. We're in Norway. Also removed the well, I removed one of the mods that I added because the in Discord, the one I removed, so. Matter of fact, I removed the download link too, so people can't download it through Discord. Because I was in the middle of a job and I got told that I couldn't go the way the map told me I could go. And so I tried to change my route and still got told that I couldn't go that way. So I ended the stream and ended the life of that mod on my list. became part of a different list. I went on to modsats.com and I suggested that the person fix their mod so that it works properly. Because it doesn't do a lot of good if it doesn't work. I think that traction mod is working. The one that gives you better tires and better grip in wet weather. Let's put it this way. It worked when it was snowing out. And if there was any time you would want it to work, it would be then. Zurich, Switzerland, Cargill Farm to some place that I've never heard of and I can't pronounce it to save my life in Norway. Something like that. says we got 4 minutes to go for this. Before this job is done. And I'm gonna be done with this job. If Casual Elephant is ever gonna play ATS on his stream, but there was some talk about him trying it again with coast to coast enabled. I don't know if he's going to, but because he talked about that he wanted to do a job all the way across the country, so oh, we don't have our headlights on. There, okay, we got our headlights on now. For some reason I thought the five subs. I don't know. Whatever. Nothing. Give you that boat out there, man, that looks so nice. I see my parking spot already. See, this game is so much easier to back up in than it is in ATS. Because the trucks are small, smaller, and the trailers are also smaller. Okay. Okay. And now we'll do that. Good work. So we got some damage to our trailer. And our load, excuse me. Okay. Continue. No, we are not going to continue. We got 413,000 euros. But 280,000 of that is already spoken for with a truck. Not a truck, I mean a garage. So we have to wait a little bit longer because I want to get I want to be able to get at least one truck at the same time we get our garage. So okay, well, that is going to do it for today because I gotta get something to eat for lunch. I haven't had any lunch yet, and it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. So if anybody wants to see the rest of today's stream, it is going to be posted on YouTube. It's also going to be kept on Twitch for 14 days. And if you want to see any of the mods that we were using today, well, all but pro mods anyways, most of the mods are part of the Steam Workshop. There's a collection of we have a collection of mods in that we use in the Steam Workshop. You go into Community Workshop, and then you go into Browse. You type in, excuse me, you go into Community, you go into Workshop, you type in Euro Truck Simulator 2, then you go into Browse, then you go into Collections, then you type in CT-Man 1975, and it'll show you most of the mods that we're using. Like I said, all except for pro mods. And you'll have 24 mods that you can then go into my Discord, which you can type in, you should be able to type in !Discord in either YouTube chat or Twitch chat, and it should give you the same link. And once you find that and you put everything in the correct order, you should be able to truck with us, assuming you download Pro Mods, but Pro Mods has its own way of doing stuff. So until next time, have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.